Thank you. I'd really like to start by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who have come out on this Tuesday rainy evening in a city. I am so overwhelmed. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much to all of you. You've come from far and wide. Interstate guests, thank you so much. You've really made a trek to get here. Thank you. 4 years ago, I put pen to paper and wrote my first manuscript, a memoir entitled Searching for Alithia. Through a series of divine synchronicities, this manuscript ended up in the hands of one of the country's most respected literary agents, who has honoured me with her presence here tonight. I affectionately call her Mama Bear. My story pushed the boundaries of accepted reality, and after gauging the feedback from various publishing houses, Mama Bear gently suggested that I should consider writing a fictional piece that incorporated these spiritual truths I am so passionate about. This is how Ashanti Symphony was conceived. Ashanti Symphony came into existence because of my connection with this remarkable woman. So Selwa, thank you. Thank you for your belief in me. Thank you for your love, for your support, and for your friendship. My beautiful family, thank you for understanding and being patient throughout this whole experience, especially when I was being downloaded with words and had to stop whatever I was doing just to get it out. To my husband, Sammy, for adjusting so well to living with an alien like me, thank you. And navigating around my often confronting energy that has been in an accelerated state of evolution over these last few years. Thank you for every reality you brought into my matrix. I honour you and every single moment that has brought me to this amazing point in my life. James, my firstborn, thank you for teaching me how to love without attachment and expectation. Orion, the wisdom of the universe is in your eyes. Thank you for teaching me to become conscious of my thoughts. Eros, my gentle dolphin energy and ally, true to your name, thank you for always being love. Selena, thank you for being my challenge, confronting me and bringing to the surface the darker aspects that needed to be integrated. Mum, you're always there whenever I need you. Distance is never an issue. Time is never an issue. You give of yourself totally. Your presence gives me comfort, unconditional in all ways, and my biggest fan. Dad is my first example of love and gentleness. Thank you for accepting who I am, even when I challenged your perception. I love you all. Thank you. This would not have been possible without any of you. Very big thank you to Jerry and Dorothy Rugas, Amy Pariza, Mia, Mark Roper, Steve, Tap Gallery, Dena Dennis, Constantina and Louise, Emmanuel Tsakiris. I feel like a goddess, thank you. Vicky Pappas, you are a creative genius. Thank you very much. You give of yourself so freely and limitlessly. Thank you. Alex. I'm really glad I wrote this because there is no way that I could speak off the cuff tonight. I feel so emotionally overwhelmed. I'm seeing my past, my present, my future all gathered under one space. And it's my life, my many lives running before me like a tape. Thank you, Alex, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to honour this work. For being an amazing friend and always there to support me in every one of my incarnations. I met you as a booker after returning from LA circa 1987. I remember our first meeting. I can never forget it. You took one look at my ripped jeans, cowboy boots and 1,000 Madonna rubber bracelets, raised one eyebrow and said, "What's with the rock chick look? It's got to go." I fell in love with you then and I love you more today. Thank you. Well, here we are in 2012. What's so significant about this date? Is there really anything significant about it? Or is it a whole lot of hype? From my vantage point tonight, I can see what 2012 is all about. We're in it. It's happening all around us, and although I would love to see the mothership descend and put all earth drama into perspective, that's not what this date, etched into the psyche of mankind, symbolises to me. What it does symbolise is the palpable shift occurring to the consciousness of humanity. People from all over the planet are awakening from a long slumber and seeing with new eyes what has been there all along. The ancients spoke of these times, and the prophecies are many, but these are all possibilities, forewarnings. Nothing is etched in stone. We are all creators. We create every day with our minds, our thoughts, our hearts. The reality each of us is experiencing at this point in our lives, we have created. And when we can take responsibility for that and silence the victim that lives within each and every one of us, then we can step into the realm of conscious creation and start living what we want to experience on a personal and global level. Plugging into the fear-based drama gives it impetus. The tragedies that we have seen played out on Earth stage over the last few years, 9/11 being the most poignant, serve as opportunities to learn compassion. As a mother of 4, I often tell my children when such horrors come onto their radar, drop into your hearts and send love to the victims and to the alleged perpetrators. That's what unconditional love does. It stays neutral. It doesn't judge. There is extraordinary power in that. Unconditional love has the power to transmute fear on all levels. We've all quoted the wisdom of beings that have walked before us, Martin Luther King, John Lennon, Mahatma Gandhi. Well, the time is now. The time has come to stop quoting and start walking that truth fearlessly. Ashanti's story was ripe for release, and 2012 was the year that it had to happen. This story was not written with any intention to receive literary accolade. It was written with the prime intent to activate and assist those ripe for a heart expansion, those that are ready to reclaim their magnificence, those that are ready to break free from the shackles of control, those that know deep down they are so much more than they have been programmed to believe. I look around this room and see the most exquisite array of colours, people from all walks of life, different upbringings, different religious backgrounds, different life experiences, different priorities. But there is one undeniable common denominator in each and every soul in this room, and that is our need to love and be loved. And I'm not talking about an edited human version of love. I'm talking about a love that has no boundaries, a love that has no limits, a love that transcends all negativity and judgment, a love that recognises that we are one. This is what the energy of 2012 is offering us, an opportunity to firstly recognise the power that fear has had over us, and the chance to transmute that fear and step into the vibration of unconditional love. We are moving from living in the head into a heart space. Truth resides in the heart and leads you to the doorway of knowing, and knowing doesn't require proof. It is what it is. Just a few short years ago, the eclectic mix of people standing in this room tonight would rarely find themselves together. This is 2012. In lakech alakin, the modern day interpretation means I am another yourself. It also means I am you and you are me. This Mayan greeting is an honouring for each other. It is a statement of unity and oneness. This greeting has evolved into a moral code. Every action we take affects all things. Negative acts have a negative impact. Positive acts have a positive impact. Now more than ever, we should anchor this mind code in our hearts. When we live in lakech alakin, we know that every action we take is out of respect for all life, and we are living and giving from our hearts. And when we give in this way, we are also giving to ourselves. We are not giving energy away to something separate. We are just giving to another part of ourselves. Living in this noisy world that more often than not can feel very suffocating challenges our ability to stay positive. But one simple thing that can realign our state is the act of gratefulness. When we open our hearts and send gratitude, it opens doors that were previously closed. When we begin to live and practice the power of this code, the old ways of doing things will no longer work for us. We cannot act like victims anymore, and we cannot live out of fear either. Suddenly, we are no longer preparing for disaster. Instead, we are anticipating a glorious future. It is time for us to rewrite the prophecies. They have become obsolete. They have become just a bad dream, and the future will become a beautiful vision of which we will create right now. When we practice in Lakech Alakin, we quit being neutral in our world because we understand that spirit works with those that take action. We begin to take action by adding to the positive experience of this dimension. So what kind of world do you want? Don't just stand there waiting for the world to appear in front of you. Start creating. This is not about any system of dogma or concepts. It's about being. I have no interest in hiding behind concepts about what spirituality should be or what it should look or feel like. It really doesn't matter if you have an understanding of the multidimensional workings of this universe, whether you acknowledge and know the names of all the ascended masters and what ray they are connected to, whether you acknowledge past lives and if so remember them, or how expansive your spiritual vocabulary is. What really matters is that you are living, that you are joyful, and that love is your guiding light. I trust that Ashanti will take you all on a journey. And as Greg Braden says, buckle up, it's going to be quite a ride.